We're going to wait a few more minutes, maybe like 1 minute or 2 minutes, just to see who else is doing. But it's great seeing everybody.
Yes. We're so excited to meet you in person soon.
Yeah. It's great. Yeah.
Should we? Okay. And also, just to clarify, so this is, if you're on campus, you've probably already done this session, like these discussions.
Mm-hmm.
You're more than welcome to join still. But yeah, if you're on campus, you've probably already done it, so it might be a bit repetitive.
Yeah, you don't have to like continue.
Okay, so people might be dropping in over time, but I think we're gonna kind of get started with introducing ourselves and just talking a little bit about what we're gonna be doing today.
Yeah. So we are two DP2 students. My name is Anna. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm from Spain and Germany originally, but I was born in the US and I moved around. It's a little bit confusing, so you don't have to remember it, but yeah.
My name is Alva. I'm also a DP2 student. I use she pronouns, and I'm from Sweden. So yeah, basically the session is, I guess we can kind of explain how it relates to the whole induction week. So the structure of every day of the induction week is kind of going to be, there's going to be like a focus session in the morning. So that is the live stream that hopefully a lot of you attended and were able to participate in. And then in the afternoons, there's going to be kind of like a breakout session that is intended just for everyone to kind of bond, get to know each other, and discuss all of the themes and the general content. So yeah, this is in relation to the focus session this morning. So we're going to start with introducing ourselves. So if you guys want to go kind of everybody mute their mic.
If you're not talking, mute your mic. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So yeah, if everyone wants to introduce themselves with kind of the same structure, so your name, whatever country you're from, your pronouns. I guess most people here will be DP1 students. And yeah, so whoever wants to go, I think we all see different orders, so just whoever wants to start introducing themselves, go ahead.
Yeah. We can also ask people because we see your name, so we can just.
So just I can start, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, my name is Ipsa, and I'm from Ethiopia. I hope I will be there like by the end of this week, I think. If anything is going to be like, if anything is not going to be changed, and yeah, that's it.
And yeah, thank you for mentioning when you're going to be there. I think that's nice. So if all of you can, when you're introducing yourselves, just mention when you're coming. Would be super. Whoever wants to go next, go ahead.
Wait, did you say your pronouns? Maybe I didn't hear. Do you go by he and him, or she, her, or they, them?
Me?
Yeah.
Him.
Okay.
I'm boy.
I think your mic. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not able to hear you.
I don't think we hear you. Maybe your earphones aren't connected. If somebody wants to start before, you can go ahead and then we can come back.
I can say something. My name is Lage and I'm from Denmark. I use she, her as my pronouns, and I'm currently in a hotel in Yerevan waiting to go to the school.
We're very excited.
Yes, we can't wait.
Yeah. When did you arrive?
The night between Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you want to?
Should I go?
Yeah.
If there's nobody else. Hi, I am Zareen. I am from Bangladesh. I am currently at home. I go by the pronouns she and her. I'm currently at home, but if everything goes all right, my flight is on the 31st of August. So really excited about it.
Does somebody else want to introduce themselves or?
I'm Shira. I go by she and her, and I'm also at the hotel currently. So Friday, I guess we're arriving, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're thinking maybe it's easier if you just like read a list of participants and you can just introduce yourself. So whenever you hear your name, just tell us whatever you want to tell us. And please let us know if we're pronouncing your names wrong. So Adedoyin.
Hi, my name is Adedoyin. I am Nigerian. I go by she or her, and I'm currently stuck writing exams.
Oh, amazing. Good luck. Alex?
Alex, do you want to introduce yourself? Oh, okay. No problem. We can.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Aries?
It's Aris. I
Aris.
guess it's me. Yeah. I do not have a preferred pronoun, but I use he, him, or they, them. And this is Tolga.
I'm Tolga. My preferred pronoun is he or him, I guess.
We are both at the hotel waiting to come to the school.
Yay, I'm so excited to meet you guys.
Ayman?
Hi, I'm Ayman. I'm from Bangladesh. I'm hoping to arrive to campus next week. I preferred him pronoun.
Wayne? I am Wayne.
Hi, my name is Wayne. I'm from Namibia. I haven't traveled to Yerevan yet, and so I'm still at home. I go by the pronouns he and him.
Nice to meet you.
Katie?
Hi, my name is Katie, and I go by the pronoun she, her. Right now, I'm still in Hong Kong, but hopefully I'll fly this week. So, yeah, looking forward to meeting everyone.
Tang?
Tang Le?
We probably grossly mispronounced that. I'm so sorry.
Tang Le Nguyen?
We can go to
Yeah, okay. Tang Le, please let us know later if you want to introduce yourself. Christina?
Hello, I'm Christina. I'm from Ukraine. I'm also in the hotel now. I hope to be on campus soon. I'm really waiting for it, and I'm so excited. And this is I'm in a classroom. She's in the classroom. She has a meeting, so sorry. Thank you.
Maherini Miaina? Kevin?
Hello, I'm Kevin from Madagascar. I go with the pronoun him or he. and I guess I will arrive in the campus on the 1st of September.
That's very exciting. Natalia?
Yeah, hi, I'm Natalia from Colombia. I use pronouns she, her, and hopefully I'll be there sometime before the 6th of September.
Shahid?
Hello, can I be heard now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Shaibuddin Prokhor. I prefer him and he and him. I'll hopefully be arriving on the 31st of September. And yeah, I'm very excited to join everyone at UWC.
We're very excited to have all of you. I think she already said. Suki? Can you both names? Suki Maalea? No?
Suki got kicked out of the call, so
Oh, okay.
her
I'm
mic.
Suki.
Wait, she's with me.
Oh.
I'm Suki. I'm from Canada, and I'm also in the hotel in Yerevan now. Yeah.
Yukriti?
Hi everyone, I am Swikriti Real. I'm from Nepal. I prefer to use the pronoun she or her. I actually was expecting to be in Diligent this August, but apparently because of the lockdown, my passports basically have not yet arrived. They're still stuck somewhere in Dubai. So after we get that and few proceedings, I expect at least to be there on September, but I hope I get there then. But
Yeah.
I don't know; it's not certain.
Good luck with everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yusang?
Hey, I'm Yusan from Colombia. I prefer the pronouns he or him, and I hopefully will be getting there like just in time around the 6th of September.
Nice. And Zarin? I think Zarin. Oh, Zarin won? Yeah. Yes. So that's everyone that we can see. If we missed anyone, just go ahead and yeah. And also, that was a really long introduction. We just wanted to make sure everybody could say their pronouns and their names, and hopefully later we'll have more breakout sessions together and get to know each other better anyways. So yeah, that was just like for today as well. So yeah, today we'll be talking, if you guys went to or watched the core session previously, Gabriel spoke about the UWC values and the UWC mission. And today we wanted to do a few, ask a few questions about UWC values. And we also wanted to just like check in with everybody and see how you guys saw them, what your perspective on them were, and just discuss it together. It's like informal, so we're all just gonna kind of talk. We're gonna give the floor to everybody. And don't be shy to speak up, but obviously it can be overwhelming if you're with a call with so many new strangers, so we get that. Yeah, and we just want to clarify, it's very open. You can say whatever you think, whatever you feel, just be respectful of just how people might react, but don't be scared to share your opinions. And we just want to ask, would you like us to project like the UWC missions and the UWC values? Because that's kind of the main focus of discussion, and they are easy to forget, even via second use forget them. So do you want us to present that? Yeah. Okay. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and so we also have a few pre-prepared prompts. But if you'd rather just speak freely, that's fine too. But we have some like questions and prompts to go by, so it's really up to you. Yeah. So we can begin with what value do you identify with the most? So what value do you believe that you like agree with or identify more?
I think celebration of difference is like one of the most core values of UWC, and it makes me safe the most.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
What
Okay.
about you, Tolga?
Same, because it makes me feel safe in an environment that, like, after changing environments that are like in Turkey, like sometimes you're subject to stuff because of your differences. But I think that in UWC, no one is subject to any harsh treatments because of differences.
Yeah, those are really good points. And we just forgot to mention in the beginning that we have a few gestures, like times that are super great for discussions on campus and especially now here. So this is something we do a lot at UWC to show or that we feel the same. So if you like silently agree with someone, you can just shake your hands, like do the jazz hands. This is if you need someone to speak louder. What else do we have? If you like a clarification, we normally do this. And then we have this for new points and this for pi, but we don't use them much. But if you feel like it's necessary, go ahead and use them. So if anyone has anything else to add, the floor is open.
Can I say? So as for me, it's a personal challenge because like I think only through personal challenge we can develop ourselves as personalities. And also a sense of idealism because a lot of people think that we can do without wars and so on, but I think that in the 21st century we can do without it, and everyone can live peacefully and enjoy their life.
It's like a popcorn discussion, if you know what that means. So just like go ahead and say if you want to. And if you don't have anything to say, we'll wait like 20 seconds and then we'll move on to the next one.
And you don't have to feel like you have to elaborate if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You can just share whatever.
So
Hi, can you hear me? So all these are very important values according to me, but I think one of the most important is probably personal responsibility and integrity, especially now that we're going to be living away from our family members and friends. So Gabriel earlier on in the presentation, he showed us this quote that integrity is when you do the right thing, even when you're not around your family members and even when nobody is watching you. So I think that's very important to remember now, to remember your family values and act accordingly. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, so if anyone else has anything to add, go ahead. Otherwise, we can move on to the next prompt. But yeah, if you have anything you want to share, go ahead. You can type in the chat. You can say it out loud. Really, whatever works for you.
So I guess we can go on. The next question is there any value that you may find questionable that you may not agree with as much as other ones?
Is it possible that we see the values again? Can you present them?
They're actually in the chat, so if you go to the chat, you can just like see all of them. I accidentally deleted the I from international, but yeah.
Okay, I guess we can kind of start sharing a little to give you guys some ideas and just open the floor. Something that I personally, I wouldn't say question, but I think is, I guess, very subjective is the idea of a sense of idealism. So I think that it's definitely a really, really good motivation, you know, to always strive for more. But I do think that this idea of like idealism, like what is ideal, what is perfect, is something very subjective and very relative to the circumstances that you're in. And I think that you see a very good balance of, you know, like idealism and I guess being realistic in a UWC college and just while living the mission. I think that you see a very good balance of we want to strive for more, we want to strive for the best, but we also understand not necessarily our limits, but how far we should strive as a first step. And something else that I feel very strongly in regards to this idea of idealism is I think that understanding our limits, or I guess like experimenting with our limits, is something that's really valuable to, in order to be able to live the message even after these 2 years are over, or even after you actually leave the college, because it's a step-by-step process, right? Like it's a learning process. And so I think that you should always strive for more, but also realize what your current circumstances allow you to do, which I think is something that I've definitely grown and learned to understand here, being here for a year.
I had something to say. So basically, the point about compassion and service, I completely agree with it, and I don't think it's something that should be questioned. But just adding on to it, I think if we add empathy to that, it would probably carry more weight. Because if you don't have empathy, then it's probably very difficult to show true compassion and serve your community. So I think empathy is also very important and should probably go hand in hand with that.
I think also for me, a limitation from the values is that they're very like interpretable in the sense that you can you can basically use them however you want. So they're very general, and it's hard to it's almost a little hard to apply them if you're in the intended way. Maybe there wasn't an intended way at the beginning, but I think that there's so many ways that you can apply them, which can be a positive, but it's also maybe a negative, which because you can do it in so many ways, so it may be like you don't do it in the the intended way, or yeah, it's like very interpretable, which can be good or bad, but in my opinion it's a limitation as well, because it's hard to then take something so big such as like compassion. Well, it's hard to take something so big like idealism and like really apply that in your everyday life. That was just like a
Also, if you want to type something in the chat, if you feel more comfortable with typing, that's fine too. Yeah, you can share however you feel comfortable.
Can I add something, but to the previous question, like about what is important for me? Yeah, I think it's also action and personal example, because like a lot of people have no motivation, but if you'll try your best and like show that it doesn't matter, for example, how old are you, or from like which country are you, but you can just make a difference, and you can like encourage them to try do something to maybe be better, and doing that, like you're changing you're becoming better, and in this you're changing like the world to be better.
Yes, I really, really agree with that point. And I think that's super important to remember in regards to how you're always kind of living the UWC mission. You probably already are now. It doesn't matter if you're within the gates of a UWC campus, or if you're at home, or if you're, you know, out in Dilijan. Like you always should really act as an example and kind of reflect what the mission and the values I guess, entail or represent. So that was, yeah, I really agree with that. Okay, so if no one has anything to add on this prompt, we can go on to.
It can be both.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read it out so everybody can see. Celebration of difference. Oh, this is by from IBSA. Within diversity, ideas will be shaped, and yeah, diversity by itself is beauty. I agree.
Yes.
Diversity, and that you can see a lot in the, of course, in UWC. Diversity is very present.
Yeah. And I think it's very beautiful to, recognize. I think celebrating is very much about recognizing difference, but being
respecting it.
Exactly, yeah, which I think is super important for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should we
go on to the
last one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do you guys expect, for example, the school can address these values in daily life? So would it be, or how you can do these values in daily life? For example, would it be for compassion and service, doing your CASs, like doing the service part of the CAS, or for compassion, always being there for your friends or things like that? How do you think that in daily activities, both the school and you guys can, or we can all apply these values?
And you can also give current examples of what you do now, and if you want to bring that to UWC as well.
Can I be heard? Yeah. So one of the activities or service that I would like to do at Dilijan is to help students around Dilijan learn more, like give them a better, like go to them and teach them certain things, maybe give them a class about certain topics, because we are studying at such a good school and we are privileged to study there. We can share our education experience to them, and in that, like, help Dilijan become more educated, become more developed, and like help these kids so that they can help Dilijan themselves.
Yeah, that's a really good point you bring up, because a lot of people do services with the community. For example, I do swimming in the community. I teach swim lessons to Dilijan, like under 12 children, and it's something that they don't have a pool, for example. A lot of times, I think there's one like large 25-meter pool in Yerevan, but then there's only one in Dilijan, and that's our campus. So being able to share that with other people, as well as learning from them, like some Armenian words they teach me and things like that, is really important, and I think goes a lot with your point. So yeah.
And so again, like an example of working with the locals and teaching them, we do that with languages a lot. So I work with the Red Cross, the Armenian branch of Red Cross, in a project called EU for Youth, which is we work with local youth, and we teach them different languages. So right now we're doing Spanish, French, and English. And it's really great because the resources they have access to in local schools in terms of languages are fairly limited. And so we can share those resources and those skills, which is really, really amazing. And it's a great time if you want to consider joining.
Can I say something? So I think respect for the environment, because I think how we can apply that to our daily lives is reminding ourselves that there's always probably a more eco-friendly alternative. So, for example, for me, bringing healthcare products like shampoo, conditioner, or body wash and all of that to Dilijan, I got aluminum containers from the Zero Waste store in Hong Kong, and I filled them up there so they can be refilled during the winter afterwards. So yeah.
Can you hear me? Also, a celebration of differences. Also, when we have the cultural evenings, and also that the way that we will learn from other cultures is also the force to unite people and for a sustainable future and all that comes from learning from the different cultures and differences, and that's also something I find really important.
Yeah, so thank you, Katie and Lager. Those are really good points, and I think you'll see a lot of that here and just learning from others. And yeah, so if anyone has anything else to share on how you kind of expect the values to be reflected in daily life, or really anything, just go ahead.
I feel like personal challenge that can range from something very small to something very large. For example, I think we'll have the opportunity to go skiing or hiking for the first time, some of us, and that's an example of a big personal challenge. But I think there are also many challenges that we might face in our daily lives that are very small when you think about it. For example, I myself am kind of introverted. So, for example, a personal challenge for me might be to see somebody I want to talk to, or I feel like I have common interests with them, but I might feel very shy to go up to that person and talk to them, especially because I'm a first year and I'm meeting all these people for the first time in my life. So there are many examples of personal challenges given everyday life, like stepping out of your comfort zone, stuff like that.
Could I add to what Zareen said right now? Yeah, about the personal challenge, I agree with what you said, and if I also have to present my example here, I am a single child, so I have never really shared a room with anyone. Or, I also am kind of introverted, so like she said, a personal challenge for me would be, sharing a room with like 2 or 4 people, at once, and being friends with them, and also living away from home, which I've never really done. So, I think this platform is a great opportunity for us to learn. And for some people, it is also, life changing. For me, I guess it will be, because it's a total new experience for me, talking to people from different country. And here I'm not only sharing room with people who speak my language, but here I will be sharing people with anyone from around the world, which is exciting but also scary for me. So, an example of personal challenge would be that for me, I assume.
I was off the discussion for a minute because my computer broke down, but I don't know if anybody talked about that. But I think one of the personal challenges in UWC is that we are going to express ourselves and our emotions in a language that we are fluent in, but it's not our main language. So I think after a while it could be a challenge that you have to overcome. Tolga says I am right too, so I just want to imply that.
Okay, so sorry. Now we have another question, but before we also wanted to open the platform to you guys. If you have any questions, it doesn't really matter from what it is from the school or about the values, anything you want about induction week. I know there has been some confusion. Sometimes things get lost in the mix. So if you have any questions about anything, we're both in student council, so you can also ask about that. We also know about social committee and sustainability committee and CASs and stuff. So we wanted to also open the floor to you guys in case you wanted something. If not, we'll just move on to the next question.
And nothing's off limits. You can literally ask like whatever. And also, I just want to say, like, the silences are totally fine. Like, you can embrace because it obviously is a very, like, interesting way to do all of these induction activities online. So, like, the silence and the thinking it's totally Okay, if no one has any burning questions, that's totally fine as well. So
we can move on to the next.
Yeah, so we do have one last discussion point that is kind of about both the values and also the mission. So I'll send in the mission into the chat. Okay, I guess I can read it out loud as well. The UWC movement aims to make education a force to unite people, nations, and cultures for peace and a sustainable future. And so with regards to this, and also just generally like the values, if there are any specific words or parts of the mission statement that stand out to you for any reason, or that you are especially like intrigued by. So yeah, if anyone wants to share anything on that, go ahead.
Hi. So something that was mentioned in the course session as well about how education is used as a force here, like how education can be a medium to create change, how we can literally change the mindset of a whole country, of a whole society by educating them, about letting them know about different things. I think that's a very powerful statement, and that is something that is simply said, but it's excellent. Like the whole phrase is an excellent way to show how important education can be throughout the world.
Okay, so if anyone has, first of all, Shaib, that was an excellent answer. I definitely agree. It's really, really powerful. And
yeah, and I feel like also force can be interpreted in many different ways. Often it's used as a negative connotation, but here it's used in a positive connotation, hopefully. So I think it's interesting how they use that specific word in the mission statement.
Yes. Yeah. So again, if anyone has anything to add, go ahead. But it seems like everyone's kind of said what they wanted to say. If not, go ahead. But so, did you want to go? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
As I said, my computer is like pretty broken. I can see one image for a minute, so I don't know what you're talking about. But what I was going to say is that this morning, while we were doing the Kahoot, there was a question about UWC being a privilege, and I answered it as true. And I started thinking maybe in English, privilege is used as a negative term, but I believe that UWC experience is really a privilege because uh, how many children are there in our age and how many of them do have this UWC experience. And I think the important thing about being a UWC student is knowing your privilege and improving yourself and sharing the education you get here as a force to change people, change societies. And that's what I want to add.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that that question was a little bit like two-sided. Yeah, ambiguous. So the main focus on it was, first of all, it's most certainly a privilege. It really is an amazing opportunity. And being here, you're very, very fortunate, and you're really going to appreciate it. But I think the focus was more on that it's not necessarily a privilege that you're entitled to. You know, like you've worked very hard to be at the point where you are and to deserve this privilege.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what
they added like UWC. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was like UWC is a privilege which you're entitled to something else. And I think that maybe the reason why it was full,
because you are smart, the question said you're entitled to privilege.
Yeah, the focus was, I think, on like the fact that we're not necessarily like entitled to it. It's not like our rights. It's more like we're all here because, you know, we're continuously wanting to better and change and things like that. So yeah.
So if anyone has anything to add, go ahead. If not, we're just going to go on and kind of explain some more just about induction week and what you can expect. Okay, so thank you all for participating in this discussion. It's very, very valuable, and we really appreciate that you are so lenient and understanding of the circumstances. We really, really are trying our very best to make this induction week work. It's obviously very new for us, first of all, to be planning an induction week and then adjusting it to online and offline, but we really, really want to make it as inclusive as possible to everyone, whether you're on campus or off campus. So if you have any questions on how induction week is going to work, or if you have any like expectations or confusions, feel free to ask that now and we can give some more information.
Yeah, and also feedback. So we're going to be collecting feedback. If you, I think you guys know our emails, probably. We can
write them in the chat.
Yeah, we can write them in the chat. And if anytime you have questions or you would like to say some feedback about how we could improve, because of course sometimes it can be like admittedly boring to like sit in front of a computer and just like talk for an hour. Yeah, and sometimes and sometimes it can be boring to like just sit in front of a computer and talk for an hour. So we also wanted to add other things so that you're getting in as like an engaging induction week as well. So if you have feedback or ways that we can improve on that, let us know.
Yes. And also, do you have an idea kind of how it's going to work? Like, do you know what to expect with this week, or do you need any like clarifications on how it's going to work?
We should probably let them talk now.
Okay, if you don't have any questions now, that's totally fine. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And feedback, seriously, like, be honest. We really, really want this experience to be as good as the circumstances allow it to. So if you have any ideas or feedback, don't hesitate to write to us. And yeah. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed this session. If anyone has any last points, go ahead after this. But yeah, we are super grateful that you came and we heard some really, really good points. We cannot wait to see you in person, hopefully very soon for the most of you. But
yeah. Yes. We're just going to leave the floor for you guys. You can leave it here.
I'm going to ask if the student council is organizing the induction, or is it the school administration's organization?
So this year it's been a collaboration between student council, the social committee, and the peer listeners. If you don't know what that is, social committee is like they organize like the fun events at school, and peer listeners is
peer support.
Yeah, peer support. And so it's been a collaboration between us three committees, and with input from the administration and guidance. So that's kind of how we've coordinated.
Yeah, we've had like representatives from each of the groups because we wanted to emphasize that it was like a collaboration. So, but yeah, then we did most of like the coordination and the outline and stuff. The outline was done by the administration, and then we did coordination and stuff like that.
I just wanted to thank you because I feel like it must be so difficult to take into account all the different time zones and do something to ensure that people who are not yet on campus are also enjoying it and feeling like they're a part of all the fun. So thank you so much because you're doing such a good job. I loved the session in the morning. I loved this one. And I'm so excited to be on campus soon and get to meet you all in person.
Thank you. We're also excited.
That means a lot.
Yes, like seriously.
We've been
thank
working
you so much. Like it's very yeah. I also would like to thank you because like we're staying now in the hotel, and like sometimes it is boring, you know. You want to like communicate, to collaborate with students and so on. And I think it's a great opportunity because like we're not just talking about something, we're talking about like really great things, and which are really important as for UWCD students, I think at all. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and it also wouldn't like happen without people actually attending. We were kind of worried that like people wouldn't attend. So,
so thanks to you too.
Yeah. Also, you know, more engaging things like Kahoots. We can organize that if you want to.
Yeah. So if you have any ideas, really just like don't hesitate to write to us. Hit us up. Yeah. So if no one else is,
no, we'll just
Okay.
We'll wait a little bit more.
I think it was a great idea about Kahoot because like I think everybody loves it. So yeah, more Kahoot.
I think you sent us an email with a list of activities like Pictionary, charades. Will we be doing stuff like that online as well?
We can try to work that in. I think that's definitely possible. So yeah, thanks for that idea.
Yeah, anything that we'll look back at the list. Those things are usually for on campus, but as we are also wanting to, thank you so much.
Thank you.
As we also want to do some more games and interactive things, not just like monologues or talking discussions. We can try and find things like that, but that we can do better online. So yeah.
Okay, if there are no further comments or questions, we just want to thank you for attending this session. You all did a super great job, and we are so excited to welcome you on campus hopefully very soon. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes. So thank you so much. Don't hesitate to write to us if you have any questions, feedback, concerns, whatever. We're always available.
And yeah, so we'll probably send out a meet for tomorrow. And usually the breakout sessions will happen at this time every day. We may have like other people coming here. I can't wait to meet you too. We'll have like other people coming on here maybe from the induction group, so you can meet more people as well. But yeah.
So for the people who are about to travel soon, good luck with everything. For the people at the hotel, we can't wait to see you. And like yeah. See you super soon, and just good luck with everything. We can't wait to see you. Thank you for coming, and yeah, everything like that. So bye everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
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 I think you're doing a great job, and I think it's really hard to but no, I think that's fine. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying thank you because it was the first session that we did like this. And I think it's really quite important to do this because it is a connection. So I think when people come on campus, they will at least recognize each other and they will recognize you. So that's a good thing to do. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
I'm closing it down now, and the recording will come eventually. Okay. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye.